Hello, Taurus. Thank you for tuning into your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Modern Spellcaster's Tarot by Melanie Marquis, illustrated by Scott Murphy. For the supportive oracle cards, I'm using the Angel Answers oracle cards by Doreen Virtue and Randy Valentine. I apologize for my voice, a little raspy, but hopefully you can hear me. Relationship first, single second. Oracle cards come out where necessary. Why are we pulling from the bottom? Alright. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure where this is going just yet, but I don't think it's that bad. Leo had a rough one this time around, so I'm just like, I'm leery. I'm like, are we going to have another bad one? I'm not sure what way it's going for you, to be honest with you. This might go better than I think it's going to. I'm getting like, if this reading is going to hit with you, I feel like you're already upset. Is that true? Yeah. Either you're already upset or you're going to be any moment. I feel like that's what I'm starting with, and I feel like you're holding that back. This seems to be your challenge card, because I don't feel like you're expressing that to your partner that you're upset. It's directly connected with them. Something they're doing or something that's going on with them is upsetting you, but this is a devastation card. Like, this is not little. Like, you're really, really, really upset about this. It's hurting you. It's putting you in these, like, it makes me, like, feel, like, devastated. Like, you know, like you just lost something that you were banking on. Am I getting money cards here? I got one possibly, but I'm not really sure if it could be connecting with money for you. Just the fact that that word banking came out of my mouth, I'm just like... Now, this is what's on your partner's side. Ace of Wands with the Hierophant, but the Hierophant is moving away from you. It's on the other side of your partner. I feel like your partner is handling something that they feel like they have to handle. They're handling something, but I feel like they're putting some type of effort, some type of resource. I'm starting to wonder if this is more about money, because they're helping something else out. They're feeling like they can make a difference, and I feel like they're going ahead and they're doing something. I feel like there's some type of resource that's connected with your relationship that they're helping somebody else with, and they're not approving it with you first. For some of you, this is money. And there's money, like there's a notable amount of money. I'm even getting, in some cases, it's only a few $100s, and I feel like you might look at it like, even though it's only a few $100s, excuse me, it's the fact that they didn't ask you, and it's making you feel nervous about, it's almost like making you feel vulnerable, like they're not asking you if that's okay, and they're taking something that they weren't supposed to, that the two of you agreed was just going to go a different direction, and they're using it for something else without even asking you. And I feel like you might be looking at it in the sense of, too, like, you're wondering if they even expected you to notice that they did that. And it does not. This is the devastation, because you're feeling, I feel like there's a little bit of a betrayal here. Because you're like, that's a trust you have with your partner, that they were going to handle something a certain way, and they just decided to do something different. Even if it's just a couple $100s and it can be easily replaced, it's the fact that they would do that without approving it through you, and it just makes you feel vulnerable, a little bit betrayed is kind of what I'm getting. But I'm also getting that you're not saying anything about it. This seems to be the problem spot. Now, what's on the problem spot of your partner, whatever they did, whatever this was, they're getting a lot. They're like things are whoever they helped, because I feel like they're helping somebody else. And it doesn't have to hit as money for everybody. I get that, but if that's what it is, like they're getting a lot of positive response from whoever they helped. A lot of positive response from that, and they're having a good time with that person, whoever it is. And they have the Six of Swords, like they're just moving on, like it doesn't matter, like doesn't need to be mentioned. Water under the bridge. These are in their challenge position. This is not good. Because I feel like this is reinforcing that bad decision. Because I feel like it's a bad decision in relation to your relationship. I do feel like it's a bad decision because at the very least there needed to be communication. At the very least, not only did there need to be communication, there needed to be approval from you. You both had to agree on it. That was honestly what the very least should have been. And I feel like that's why this isn't good. Because I feel like it's making them feel like it was the right decision because of the positive feedback they're getting from whoever they helped. They're feeling like it was the right decision, and I don't feel like that's right. It's just how it's feeling. I have to admit I'm connecting to Taurus energy, but even though I'm not a Taurus, I'm a Pisces. I kind of sympathize with that just because I seem to be connecting with this in a money sense, and I can relate to that. That can destroy a relationship if you trust somebody to handle the money, if you're putting it together, you trust the other person to handle it the way you agreed, and then they do something different, that can destroy a relationship. Which is why them just ignoring it, just kind of like water under the bridge, doesn't matter. That's one reason that's bad for them to do that. But this is why this is in your challenge position, because this could erode this relationship over time, because this is not a small thing to you. This is the devastation to you. This is like it feels kind of like betrayal. Like you're really hurt that this happened, which I feel like is one of the reasons you're not bringing it forward, because you don't trust them to really understand why you're so upset about this. I feel like you're also kind of like you don't want to rock the boat a little bit. This might be part of it. Also, I'm getting a lot of different versions here, but this might all clump in as one. Like, you're thinking this could actually be a big argument. You're not okay with it. You're just not. If this reading's hitting, you're not okay with that. So I'm getting like you're really not. It's really like not good. Now. Two of Pentacles. In this reading, I'm very thankful to say I'm seeing you overcome this holding back how you feel. Because when I get the Queen of Cups, I don't feel like your emotions, how you feel about your partner is in question at all. I'm getting the reason she's popping up here, which don't get caught up in her gender. Whatever gender you may be, it's for the Taurus. The reason this card is popping up is because you're holding back. And you're upset, and you have a lot of emotion about it. Because these two cards feel like they're together for me. What I like about this is the Two of Pentacles. You are bringing it forward. I feel like you're very diplomatic. I feel like you're honoring the relationship. Because spiritually you have the Four of Wands. You're committed. You're deep in this. You're aware that this is kind of like, I feel like you're seeing it, you're getting it. Like, this is going to cause more problems because this is really hurting you, and you're having a hard time with it. Like, it's not sitting well with you. It's causing you, like, it's in your brain. Like, I feel like it might be keeping you up at night because you're feeling vulnerable, you're feeling betrayed, and this is somebody you love, somebody you want to trust, but that trust has been shaken. Even though it may have been minimal, only a couple $100, if that was the situation, and I know it doesn't have to have been money, but whatever it was, it may have been technically minimal. It was something agreed upon that you were both going to do something a certain way, and they did something different. They went against the previous agreement, and that feels betrayed. You feel betrayed, and it's hard because you want to trust this person, you love this person, you're building a future, and to build this future, you have to have that trust. So you're very nice. I feel like you're very nice about it. You're just bringing it up. You're talking about what you're noticing. You're letting them know you do know what happened. You're also letting them know that, like, I feel like you're starting with like you notice this and you're just asking like what was the deal with that. You're just like starting the questions like I noticed this, what happened? You may already know the answers, but you're just kind of bringing it forward to try to bring it forward nicely. And I feel like you're also saying like, well, this is how I think this should have worked out. I feel like you're strong enough to definitely do that. I don't feel like you're mean about it in any sense. You're just kind of like, all right, I understand what you did, I understand why you did that, but I don't think that's right. You really should have talked with me before you did that. We should have agreed on that. Because I understand this had a good outcome, but we were doing this together, and we need to make these decisions together. You just going ahead and do that on your own, that's not fair. That's not right. Like that's kind of like pulling out the rug from under me. And I feel like you might be getting a little bit more direct going forward in this conversation, but you're not being mean. You're just telling the honest truth, how it is, how you feel, how it made you feel. I feel like that might be coming forward, that you were upset about that when you discovered it. Now, this is actually good. I'm getting your partner with the Nine of Swords. This is regret. A lot of times this card, in this deck especially, talks to me about regret. I'm getting they're realizing like this did not go off without a hitch. I'm getting the way they're looking at it like they didn't think it would be a big deal. They thought it was just like, oh, water under the bridge, moving on, who cares? Worked out good. It's fine. They're realizing you're upset. And I feel like that's the regret. I don't know how that comes across. I hope that makes... I don't know. I'm still connected to that Taurus energy, and I'm feeling like that might pose a question in your mind. Like, are they upset because they found out? Or are they upset because they shouldn't have done it? Because I feel like that makes a difference to you. Which it would make a difference to me. Like, are they upset because that you found out? Or are they upset because they realize they shouldn't have done that? Because if they realize they shouldn't have done that, that builds more confidence that they won't do something like that again. If they have regret because they were caught, like that's not as good, because if you're just feeling bad about a situation because you got caught, it just makes me feel like you'll do it again if you really believe you won't get caught. And that's not a confidence builder. And you have to go through this with your partner, because I really honestly feel it's because they got caught. I feel like it's because they got caught. Because the reason I'm saying that is because they had a very positive reaction from the person they helped. They're just upset that they got caught. I really feel like that's why they regret this. But they are contemplating like the whole, even though that's why, alright, just to be fair, I feel like that's why they're upset, because they got caught. They're looking at this a lot closer. And I feel like they're looking at this like when it comes to you, doing things like this is really, it shouldn't be an option. I feel like they're looking at it like this really can't be an option for them to do that type of thing. I feel like they're looking at it, and it's kind of sinking in with them, like, this could really damage their relationship with you, and they don't want that damage. But I also get like they're like mulling it over. They might be steaming on it. Excuse me. They might be steaming on it a little bit. Now, which way are we going first here? Because I got cards over here that make things better. I got cards over here that are saying where y'all are standing. Okay, good. And you both have two face down cards, because I'm feeling like these cards I'm going to talk about next are about after you brought this forward, which is kind of what we're bringing them up now. They seem to be going through possibilities. Is this the 6 or 7? This 7. 7 of Cups. Yeah, the 6 is completely different. I'm getting like they're steaming over this a little bit. Like, I feel like they're upset about this. They're feeling a little guilty, and I feel like that's kind of like the guilt is there, and I don't feel like they want to feel guilty. So they're trying to go through options. They're trying to. I feel like they're talking it out with other people. What's going on here? And I get this. No, with I was getting this is going a weird way, especially the card I have here that's helping. I feel like they're looking at this in a different angle, or they're going at different angles. This is rough energy. I don't feel like they're comfortable feeling guilty about it. They're having a hard time with that, and they're trying to find a way where they should feel guilty. Almost like it wasn't really that bad. I feel like they're kind of watering it down, and I feel like they're kind of gaining some momentum about it. They're getting upset for being called out on this. This seems interesting. Because that's when we come to this. Alright. Because I feel this is what happens. Like, you had every right to bring that up, and you needed to. I feel like that's extremely important, and that was the right thing for you to do, to bring it up. If you were just to pass it over like nothing happened, I feel like they could have really eroded the relationship. That would have been a problem. You brought this over to the other side. They're upset because they got caught. That's where I feel like it's starting with. And they're like thinking it over, and I really feel like this is the whole thing with this. Like, because they're upset they got caught, and they're mulling it over, and they're feeling like, and they got this positive feedback from the other side, like they're still feeling like they made the right decision, but they're feeling like, you know, it shouldn't be a big deal, and they're still feeling bad because they know you're not happy about it. So they go through these options, and they feel like they're trying to find a way to rationalize what they did as being the right thing. And then the no with the Seven of Cups, I feel like they're trying to find a way to rationalize it, but what they're coming up with isn't really working. Because in truth, they really should have asked you before they did that. And I know I'm connecting on a Taurus side, but I'm really feeling that. I'm strongly feeling that. So this happens, then they come back towards you, and this card pops up. The Devil card. Now, alright. Okay, I get how these are coming through now. Because I didn't like this one card when I saw it pop up, and I'm like, is this going to be like the Leo one? Because Leo was rough. This is not the same thing. Even though that's the romance card there, it's not about romance, just so you know. I'm not getting that at all with this situation. I'm getting they're upset. This is actually what makes things better, because this is going to actually create a conversation where you can actually get to the nitty-gritty, redefine things, and maybe... I just feel like this is going to re-establish the situation in a way that's more comfortable for both of you. You're going to establish leeways, and you're going to find another way to secure the situation so you're not feeling vulnerable, and they're feeling they have a bit of flexibility a little bit of flexibility to do what they want, a little bit. Because they're coming at you and they're very upset. And they're telling you, the perfect timing with the romance card, they're telling you how what they did affected this other person, and how much that worked out, and how that worked out well for them, and how they feel it was the right decision because of the outcome and because what that did for this other person. The perfect timing is with this, because I feel like this is explaining to you more about why they did what they did, about the effect, about how they really view the situation. Because I feel like when you brought it up and you guys had this conversation, I feel like they just kind of agreed and they felt bad. I don't feel like they told you enough about the situation to really help you understand why they did it. But when they come back towards you and they're upset, the Devil card is there, like they're really having a fit about it. I feel like there's really some energy behind this. They're explaining to you why things happened and why they thought it was the right decision and why they still think it was the right decision. And in all truth, I don't feel it was the right decision, I really don't. But at least they're coming forward. The Devil card makes me feel like one of the reasons it's the Devil card. Excuse me. One of the reasons it is the Devil card, in my opinion, is because they're not willing to back down from saying it was the right decision. And they're heels are dug in very deep here, like it was the right thing to do. And I feel like the devil card is saying they're not willing to see anybody else's point of view about it. They're very upset, very motivated, very angry, and they're constantly giving you information about why they were right to do what they did, why it was the right decision, and why it worked out for the best, and why they shouldn't feel bad about it. The bad part is it's the devil card. Like, this is coming at you with a lot of energy. The good part is you're getting all those missing pieces. Everything is coming into play. This is your opportunity to ask questions, get the blunt answer, get the truth about what was the motivator, what happened, why, all that stuff. It's the devil card. I don't feel like it's fair that you're kind of getting this is aggressively coming at you this way. Because, again, I am connecting to that Taurus energy, and I'm still feeling like that should not have just happened that way. It should have been talked out. And I feel like you're trying. Like, I feel like you're willing to have this conversation with your partner. You got the Two of Wands, which is telling me you definitely feel that they should have. I agree with that too. I just do. That they should have said something to you before they did this. But the other one is like, you are seeing the benefit. You're seeing how that worked out well. You're getting it. You understand that. But I feel like you're still coming at it like, you know what? I might have agreed to it. You never gave me a chance to. That's not fair. That's not right. We can't build something together. We can't have a bank account. I'm just using that again. I know it might not be about money, but in case it is, we can't both be putting money in a bank account every month or every other week or every week, or whatever it may be, and then you can just spend it as you please. We're both investing. I wouldn't do that to you. You can't do that to me. And I feel like you're very strong with that. Yes, I get that this had a great result. This was needed. I get that. But you took away the chance for me to even understand what you were doing. You never gave me the option to agree. You just went ahead and did it without consulting me, and that's not fair. And I feel like you're standing your ground on that, but you are acknowledging what's going on there and you're going through it. I get the Queen of Swords. Like, I feel like you're telling it as it is too. I don't feel like you're getting upset about it, but you're not caving into what they want. You're not agreeing to like, oh, it's okay. You're like, it's not okay. And you're pushing forward on why. You're acknowledging where it worked out good. You are acknowledging that. You're fine with that. Like, yes, worked out good. I get that. But you didn't give me the opportunity to agree with you. You took that away, and you can't do that. That's not right. You're definitely standing your ground. The only thing I see with this, because this is how we're going out of this, is I feel like this is causing worry for you. Because you're standing your ground and your partner is they're not able to, like, they're not willing to go and see it a different view. They're pushing forth very strong, very forward, just the way they're feeling. I feel like the guilt has a lot to do with this because they're feeling very bad about that. And they're trying to, like, argue away the guilt so they don't feel bad. They do understand it. They do understand that they should have... Well, let's put it this way. They do understand why you're upset. That at least they got. The why you're upset. They get that. But I feel like they're trying to fight it. They're trying to rationalize it away so they can... Because if you agree that it was okay, they don't have to feel guilty. And that's what they want. I don't feel like they're going to get that. And I feel like this argument kind of ends a little rough in the sense of, like, you both agree to disagree at the end. But I'm also getting for you the no need to worry card. This is face down, so you're not going to really... I feel like this is going to be a hard one for you to see that. I feel like this is actually good. This argument's really good. Because I feel like the two of you are going to change how you handle things because of it. To where you feel more secure, but they have leeway to a certain amount. And I don't know why. I know this is not hitting in a monetary way for everybody, but for example, if it was, I feel like one of the ways that you're handling it is like, I'm almost getting like one of these limited debit cards, like only $200 allowed, only $200 allowed out at a time. And you're giving them like that permission, like as long as you don't spend any more than $200 and you put it and you make it up within the month, you're okay with that. And you're also set up a second thing, like there's email alerts, like anytime a transaction happens on the account, you get an email to your phone or a text to your phone to let you know it happened. So for those two reasons, you're feeling a lot more secure with this. And they're feeling like they have more leeway. And they're understanding, like, you know, this is the agreement. This is like, I feel like this is where this is leading. You're going to make some adjustments so you're both feeling comfortable. I almost think that for a lot of you on the Taurus side, you're putting like if it is, for example, like a bank account, it just seems like the easiest way for me to go about this, explaining it. It's in your control more than your partner's control due to this situation, but you are still allowing them access to a point. For example, like the debit card with a $200 limit. But you're going to get a text message if they use it, so they know you're going to know right like that if that happens. And this is what you're agreeing. I feel like this is where this is leading. And that might be just, the two of you have to decide this out, but I feel like this is where this is evolving to where they don't feel like they're stuck or like they have to worry about how you're going to react. They have leeway to a certain point. And you're also feeling like if something happens, you're going to know like that. Good? Good. All right. I actually feel like this worked out better for you than I was nervous because those cards at the top, I was like, where is this going? I'm still kind of traumatized by the Leo read because I'm just like, that did not, I did not like how that worked out, I'll be honest with you. I don't remember all the details from it. I just remember feeling kind of really bad about the whole situation, but I'm definitely a reader that just tells you what I'm seeing. I just don't see the point of me doing this if I'm just going to make some weird story. But I'm sure some people might look at it like, you're doing that anyway. But hey. All right, Taurus single. What do we have for Tauran singles? Empowering information to help them move forward in life the way they want to move. Enlightening information to help them see a situation from all angles. Anything they might need to know to help them. Tauran singles. That's an interesting ending. All right. It's the Queen of Swords at the bottom there, but the bottom card is different depending on what I'm doing and what's going on in the reading. And for this one, I feel like it's talking about the other person. Is that true? I'm not convinced of that yet. I feel like she's going to make more sense. Because it might be you just telling it how it is. It might be you setting rules and defining the situation. And I think we're going to have to wait a little farther and see what comes out on its own. What is up with that? Okay. That might be you. That might be you. Because the way I'm looking at this whole thing, let's get into it. Let's go from there. Okay. Going into this situation, I'm getting this, and it's kind of by itself, in my opinion. I'm getting you're very generous and very thankful. I just feel like you're in a position to be very thankful and you're generous. I just feel like either with your time or you're being very kind. It doesn't have to be monetary, but you're generous in some respect. Either you're very kind and you're helping, or you're talking to somebody, you're helping somebody talk something out. You're just being very kind to somebody who maybe is a little bit more, I don't know, I just feel like you're being generous. Like, you're just being very giving in some respect. And I feel like you can identify with what way that is. If it's monetary, if it's of your time, if it's just talking to somebody, if it's just being nice to somebody who really is a little bit more, I feel like you're really being nice to somebody who maybe the way they come off, that wouldn't be a natural reaction to this person. Let's put it that way. That's where we're starting with, like, where you're coming in. Like, this seems to be like what's happening. We're skipping over the past so far, but I'm sure we'll come back to it. The next phase is like the Six of Cups with the Empress, and it's more hidden here. Now, I get the Six of Cups. See, I'm getting the Six of Cups is like eclipsing the Empress energy here. Now, I get this person as a devoted person. I'm not. The Six of Cups is really kind of eclipsing this Empress energy, and I don't feel good about it. Because I feel like you're not seeing this person for who they really are. Or what their real intentions are. Something isn't right here. Especially when the Six of Cups is connected in the past with the Sun card. I feel like you're looking back at the history of this person, but the circumstances have changed since this. Like you have a history or something with this person, or something in the past. You have a good opinion of this person in the past. Something about their past you have a positive opinion about. But are you connected? I don't know if you're really connected to their past. That's the thing. I almost feel like you're looking at their past like they did something really well, or they did something that you would consider good, very good. But I'm not feeling you're really connected with it. So I almost feel like it's third-party information that you're taking as the truth. Because I feel you're disconnected from this Sun card in the past, and I feel like it's a perception of this person in the past. I mean, I know it's the Sun card, and I know how people like to say the Sun card's the Sun card. It's good either way. I'm getting this as perception of the past, though. And I feel like it's through third party. I don't feel like you have the direct reference for it. And I'm getting, like, that opinion of this person. Excuse me. I'm trying to keep my throat from cracking. That opinion of this person is kind of overshadowing other things they're doing right now. Now, the Empress on its own is definitely a good card. But I'm getting in this situation that this person has other ulterior motives. Is that right? I'm not feeling good about that. I feel like you're not seeing this person for who they really are. I don't want to say this, but I'm not liking the energy I'm feeling here. I just don't feel like this is working well. I feel like this person's more about the comforts of life, and they're looking at you not in a romantic sense, but in what you could do to add to their life, how you could make their life better. Not so much romantic as just like making their life better. Like you could be an upgrade to their life. I don't feel like it's romantic. I don't like it. But I feel like the way you're looking at them at the past, like this perceived past, I feel like you're not seeing that for what it really is. Somehow that's affecting this. Because I'm getting like this person is moving towards you. This person is moving towards you, and they're looking to change things. They're looking to move this forward as soon as possible. They've evaluated you based on what they think you could do to make their life better. And I'm getting the eight of Wands at the bottom. I'm getting both of these cards to me are speaking of speed in the near future. Like this is all like they're trying to move this forward fast. I feel like they're trying to move this forward very fast. Now, this is where it gets interesting. They're trying to move forward fast. I don't feel like you're on board with that. But when the Ace of Pentacles comes in with there's something better, I'm getting they're pushing. They're really pushing you to go faster. And I feel like you're not going to do that. I don't feel like you're ready for that. You don't want this. They're trying to push you to something that you're not ready for, that you're not comfortable with. And I feel like you have to stand your ground. This is you, the Queen of Swords. It is you. You have to really stand your ground. You're communicating, but you're kind of emotional about it. And I say that in a good way because I feel like they're upsetting you by trying to push you forward faster than you want to go. I personally think of emotion as a very great asset. Like, nothing happens without emotion. If you're not motivated to do something, you're not going to do anything. And emotion is that motivation. That being said, or what it is. you're upset by them pushing, and you're standing your ground. And you're saying, listen, I'm not anywhere near that right now. I can't. That's not where I'm going. I'm not there. I'm not there. But you're trying to do the Ace of Pentacles thing. You're like, let's kind of like let's start seeing each other. Let's start building that rapport. Let's start building that history, and then after a while, I may be ready to do that. I'm not guaranteeing anything. There's something better is you trying to slow them down. They're pushing fast. They're pushing really fast. And you're just like, I can't do that. I'm not ready for that. They're pushing you at a rate that it's really upsetting you is what I'm getting. And you're standing your ground like, no, I can't do that. And you're telling them, we're going to do it this way if at all. Now, I'm getting that they're still coming at you. They have the Fool card with the exclamation no here. They're trying to get you to jump into this with them. They're trying to get you to go forward with them. They're not taking no for an answer, but in the sense of like they are demanding it goes faster. They're demanding it. That's what I'm getting. And I feel like they're saying either we do it now or we don't do it ever. And they're feeling like they can leverage this out with you. They can get what they want by forcing you into a corner in the sense of like either we go all now or nothing and that's the end and I'm done. Is that really? Okay, because I feel like they're kind of trying to bully you into it. Now, you're trying to, at first I do feel like you're trying to balance this out. You're thinking it through. I feel like you might get like a day or two reprieve, but like a day or two at most. And you're like, well, give me at least a couple days and then I'll get back to you. Because I feel like you're kind of shocked and a little shaken by the whole situation. You're just like, you can't believe this person is pushing you so hard. And you're being bullied is what I'm getting. You're emotionally being bullied is what I'm feeling. So you pull back a little bit. You're literally trying to balance it out. That's what I get. The Two of Pentacles, I feel like this person they kind of have a hold of you a little bit. And you're kind of trying to balance this out. But I also feel like you're standing in a spot like you can't do this. You don't want to do this. Like you're not feeling good about it. You're just not. And that's where the ending comes in. They're trying to get you to go together with them. I'm getting the World with the, what do you call it? The Knight of Pentacles. I was going to call it the Page. The Knight of Pentacles with the Four of Swords. And right above this, your advice is to choose a new direction. Walk away from this. Walk away from this. That's your new direction. That's what they're saying. Like, walk away from this. Because if you get involved with this person, you're going to feel like you're at the World. Like, if you get involved with this person, you're going to feel held down by them. And you're going to feel like you're stuck in something that you can't get out of. That's what I feel is going to happen. They're saying, let this one go. This person that's giving you this ultimatum, either now or never, never's better. Never is better. Because I feel like they're bullying you. I don't feel like it's love motivated. I feel like they're looking at you like you could be an asset to their life and you can make their life easier. I don't feel like that's fair. I'm getting the World card like this. Whatever you're choosing from here, it's gonna stay for a while. And that, like, if you say no and you walk away, then that's it. It's done. That's the end of this phase and you're moving on. Quite successfully, in my opinion. But if you get involved and you give in even a little bit to this and they go for that, this situation's going to go on for a while and you're going to have a hard time pulling out. You're going to feel held down and you're going to have a hard time pulling out of it. Emotionally, you're going to get kind of invested and it's going to be rough. So the advice is walk away. I feel like that's what the choose the new direction is because I feel like you're naturally kind of heading that way. I feel like if this was going, if they weren't pressuring you, if they weren't trying to bully you, you would naturally keep going with this person. That's the part where you need to choose the other direction. The fact that they're kind of pushing you really fast, really hard, they're kind of bullying you. That's a gift. That's saying, this feels really bad because it's not good for you. This person is not in love with you. It's not saying they're a bad person. It's saying that the reasons they want to be in this relationship are not matching what you want. Choose another direction. Walk away from it. That's what I'm getting. That's honestly what I'm getting. Granted, general read won't hit for everybody. If it hits for you, if the rest of this is hitting, that's the advice. That's the honest advice that's coming through with this reading. Are we good? They're telling me here too, the Queen of Swords, when you stood up for yourself and you said you couldn't go that fast, and they're trying to, you know, bully you out of that. If they win this fight, they're going to continue to keep winning because they win this one first. They bully you out of this decision. You're going to get bullied the whole way along. This is not going to be a one-time thing. This is going to be how you're going to be living with this person. This is how they're going to treat you from now on because they know if they bully you, they'll get what they want. And they had no problem doing it this time. They won't have any problem doing it in the future. That's like, I feel like that's the warning sign. Like if they do this once, this is what you're going to be dealing with from now on. Just ask yourself if you really want that. If this reading is hitting, this is happening, if this happens, ask yourself if you want that. Is this worth it? Is this worth it to deal with this constantly? And I'm saying constantly, like maybe once a month, once or twice a month. Because I feel like it's going to keep happening. This person's going to keep bullying and keep pushing until they get everything they want. And even then, they're going to get so used to it, they're just going to start bullying you over the little things just because they're going to want things to go their way. I'm feeling like this is I'm getting that bullying feeling. I'm getting that you're going to feel uncomfortable. If this reading hits with you and you feel uncomfortable and you're feeling like you're bullied, this is saying cut out now because it's not getting any better. It's not getting any better. And you're just in this is a single Tauran read, so you're still in that single phase. At this time, you want to stay single. That's all I'm saying. If this was happening to you and this person's bullying you, walk away. Walk away. Anything else? Good. Thank you for watching. Of course, if you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.